Lockheed Martin has test-fired a Patriot PAC-3 MSE interceptor from a Mark 70 series containerized launcher and used it to down a mock cruise missile. A modular and scalable version of the company's combat-proven Aegis Combat System, called the Virtualized Aegis Weapon System, was used to execute the launch. This has the potential to be a game-changer, since this combination offers a valuable additional air and missile defense option for use in a slew of existing and future launchers, and not just on ships. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the test fire of Patriot PAC-3 MSE interceptor from a Mark 70 launcher is a crucial development. Let's get started. Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Lockheed Martin stated, in partnership with multiple Department of Defense services and components, Lockheed Martin launched a PAC-3 Missile Segment Enhancement (MSE) interceptor from a Mark 70 containerized launch platform to engage a cruise missile target in flight. This test marks the first time PAC-3 MSE was launched in this configuration, utilizing the Virtualized Aegis Weapon System to intercept a live target. Tom Koopman, Vice President of Strategy and Naval Programs at Lockheed Martin, stated, "This successful test showcases Lockheed Martin's commitment to developing mission-focused, integrated technology to keep those who serve ahead of evolving threats. These systems could deliver a proven, integrated air and missile defense (IAMD) capability with growing capacity to the U.S. to help defend against advanced, maneuverable threats." Patriot PAC-3 MSE, Patriot Advanced Capability 3 Missile Segment Enhancement Interceptor, is the most advanced missile of the Patriot air defense system. The PAC-3 is an evolution of the battle-proven PAC-3 missile. It's designed to engage targets with a direct hit to kill. However, they also contain a relatively small explosive warhead known as a lethality enhancer. This warhead is primarily designed to disperse metal fragments called cycloids. These fragments increase the physical mass that the target collides with, thereby enhancing the likelihood of a successful intercept, especially against smaller targets like cruise missiles. The missile is first guided by the fire control radar and has active radar homing for terminal guidance. The Seeker is a high-power, highly accurate, all-weather active Ka-band radar. PAC-3 MSE variant has greater speed and maneuverability because of a larger 11.4-inch dual-pulse solid rocket motor and larger tail fins. The interceptor can take out tactical ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, as well as aircraft. For aerial targets, it has a range of about 100 kilometers or 62 miles, whereas for ballistic targets, it has a range of 30 kilometers or 19 miles. Mark 70 has 4 strike-length Mark 41 VLS cells housed in a 12-meter or 40-foot container. It's produced by Lockheed Martin and was first unveiled in September 2021. Mark 41 VLS vertical launch system can be used to deploy a variety of different kinds of weapons like ESSAM or Evolved Sea Sparrow missile for air defense, Tomahawk's long-range cruise missiles, RUM-139A VL ASROC for anti-submarine warfare, as well as dual-role Standard Series air defense missiles like SM-2 and SM-3. American Ticonderoga class has 122, whereas Arleigh Burke class has 96 of these cells. The U.S. Army is also in the process of deploying Typhon Weapons System (TWS), a ground-based missile launch system which uses Mark 41-based launchers that are functionally identical to the Mark 70, as well as an Aegis Combat System. Aegis Combat System is designed by the United States Department of Defense Missile Defense Agency. It enables these warships to shoot down incoming threats by using the ANSPY-1 radar and standard missiles. Aegis Combat System enables it to detect, track, and engage aerial threats like drones, cruise missiles, as well as short to intermediate-range ballistic missiles. The centerpiece of the Aegis system is a very powerful, multi-purpose ANSPY-1 radar. It's considered to be one of the most advanced naval radars that can automatically detect and track targets. The high power of 6 megawatts enables it to simultaneously track over 100 targets and guide missiles. The 4 fixed arrays of SPY direct electromagnetic beams in all directions concurrently and continuously, unlike traditional search radars, which have rotating antennas that can track a target once during every 360-degree sweep. Last June, Lockheed Martin also said that it validated the PAC-3 MSE's ability to communicate with an ANSPY-1 series radar using Aegis. In the Russia-Ukraine conflict, it's been witnessed that Russia was struggling to keep up with the usage rate of sophisticated missiles since they're not easy to produce. There are still issues with the supply of surface-to-surface missiles like Iskander. Russia had to implement several workarounds. For example, while both the S-300 and S-400 systems are designed to engage aerial threats, Russia modified these air defense systems to strike ground targets as well. A notable example of this occurred when S-400 48N6DM anti-aircraft missiles targeted Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine, on January 14th of last year. U.S. military efforts to protect international shipping lanes in and around the Red Sea from ballistic and cruise missiles, as well as drones launched by Iranian-backed Houthi militants in Yemen, needed significant expenditure of munitions. The situation was similar when U.S. forces assisted Israel with Iranian missiles and drone barrages. Given the circumstances, having other very capable interceptors to load into the Mark 41-based launchers would be a very big advantage. Viewers may note that Lockheed Martin is now making significant investments to meet the goal of expanding its annual production rate of PAC-3 SMEs from 500 to 650 by 2027.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.